Yes, it's true. Ludington has great beaches, but fall is a great time of year to also head to Ludington, maybe for a weekend getaway at the lakeshore. And you can make it even more special as their annual Lumber Days celebration is coming this weekend. 3 days full of fun, the perfect time to explore the town, take advantage of the fall lodging specials, watch the sawdust fly. Yeah, Brandy Miller is the executive director of Ludington Area Convention and Visitors Bureau. She's here to tell us more. Hi, Brandy.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Exciting. We were just talking about how this is kind of like a transformation from what you were doing for Oktoberfest. Talk about these Lumber Days and what it means for Ludington.
Yeah. Well, last year, Ludington was named Best Historic Small Town, and so we're really leaning into our community's history. And so we've reimagined what once was our Oktoberfest celebration, which was a weekend in the fall that we always enjoyed, but we've added more to it to really enhance the experience and accessibility of some of our community's history.
Hey, you're getting to the roots. I mean,
Yes.
we're going back to the 1800s here. So for those who aren't familiar with Ludington's storied history, could you give us the elevator pitch of Ludington?
Yeah, I mean, today we always talk about the woods and water are really part of the experience people can have when they visit us in Ludington and Mason County, and that really is our roots. So, you know, in the late 1800s, there were 14 different sawmills that were operating in and around Ludington and Mason County, and lumbering is very much part of our history, and a lot of that is still accessible and part of the experience people can have when they come and visit us.
Absolutely. I love, I'm a sucker for those. When I'm on ESPN Ocho or whatever, you see the lumberjack, they're putting the thing in the thing and they're standing on it and they're doing it. I love those types of competitions. Is that kind of the feel? Will we see something like that, or is it more of a let's get back to the olden days and show you how the old school thing worked?
A little bit. So we're actually on Saturday morning, we've got a local gym that's going to be coming and setting up in the park. They're going to be doing a lumberjack workout, so you might be able to see some of that stuff.
All right. Yeah. I'm jumping ahead.
And of course, axe throwing will be part of Saturday afternoon's experience too. So there's a little bit of that, but not so much of the competition.
Let me step back then. I kind of jumped the gun. Let's start with Friday. What's happening this Friday? I think it's at the Research Center, right?
Yes. Yep. So we're going to have a presentation, a little bit more obviously in depth of what I just shared about some of Ludington's history and the lumber barons who really helped shape our community. And so James Ludington was one of them, the namesake of Ludington, and several more. So we're going to dive a little bit deeper into that. Behind the scenes tour at the Research Center as well, getting to see some of the artifacts and photographs and learning more about that.
I love that. The old stuff. The kind of stuff that you touch and you're like, somebody touched this 100 years ago. That type of stuff?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. And by the way, if you live in Ludington and you don't know Jim, well, you know where the name came from. Jim Ludington, he was your guy. Saturday, that kind of feels like a packed day.
Packed day. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mentioned the lumberjack workout first thing in the morning. And then, of course, we've got live music and our beer garden right in the middle of downtown Ludington at Legacy Plaza. And we've got both our local breweries are going to be down there featuring some of their great stuff to offer. And so we'll have axe throwing, pumpkins, face painting, stuff for the kids. So
that's important. I mean, if you're bringing the family, you're going to have stuff to entertain the kids as well, right?
Absolutely. And just steps away is Sandcastle's Children's Museum. They're stepping into this too.
Brilliant.
Doing some kids crafts around lumbering. So lots for the families to do.
All right, cool. I'm liking it more and more as the more I hear about it. Let's try some. What's happening on Sunday?
Sunday's going to wrap up the 3-day weekend, and really everything's going to be out at Ludington State Park. They've got guided hikes, and lumbering is a part of that community's history too. So you get to take a little history hike out there. And Ludington State Park went through a little bit of a transformation last year too. So great opportunity if you haven't been out there to explore some of the fall outdoor weather, new amenities, and get to hear a little bit more about that.
I mean, if you haven't been to Ludington at all, well, I mean, don't sleep on that. I mean, you want to get out, of course, with the beaches. But this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of this weekend seems like and boy, did you get the weather dialed up for you. So if you want times vary by day, various locations throughout Ludington, it's a community thing. So you're going to want to hop on the website to figure out and plan your trip to Ludington. pureludington.com/lumberdays. That will give you more information on the events happening this weekend. Brandy, thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
We'll be right back.